Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Haul O'Clock. This time with a package from Lego Bricks and Pieces. Right, well, let's get straight into this. Remove the paperwork, and we've got, one bag full of stuff. And a very bright and interesting bag it seems to be. Now, the main sort of theme for this order was getting some of the new parts from 2020, mainly around the City lines, Friends line, and even the Speed Champions line. So there's lots of minifigure pieces in here, and a few rare printed pieces as well that I just wanted. And it's mainly from sets that I don't have any plans to buy. So therefore, I wanted to make a purchase that enabled me to have all the good stuff without having to pay all the money for the stuff I didn't want. So leaping out straight away is this huge, large, round wheel type piece in dark bluish grey. That's from the Rexcelsior set 70839. And in that set, it's used as a sort of booster engines at the back, so it's got a few of those, but I wanted it just because it's a nice big round piece to make a large air conditioning unit for one of the flat roofs of the buildings in my city. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but that's my plan. And with that in mind, I've actually got 4 of these curved tiles, hopefully. Yep, there we are, 4, because they're going to be part of the same build, being the sort of base which that will sort of sit on top of, and then there'll be a sort of large fan propeller in the middle. So it kind of looks like a massive booster engine, as it currently is, which is probably why they used it on the Rexcelsior. But anyway, so that's what that is. So I will report back on how that goes. Another large thing that's jumping out is this fantastic motorbike fairing in this dark green with these sort of lime and white electric bolts coming out of it. And there should be the other parts enough to make this bike. So we've got the lime wheels, and we've got the black frame, and we've got 2 tyres as well. So I can quickly piece this together. And this is from the Stunt Team set 60255, which is one of the new city sets. Now I don't need that because it's got yet another sort of quad bike ATV in it, but that I wanted because it looks absolutely fantastic for one of my biker gangs. So yeah, that's a really good bike, that is. Glad I got that. Another thing that's leaping out are these 2 wonderful panels. Well, they're actually curved slope pieces, but they kind of look like panels because I'm going to be using them as solar panels. Now, there's 2 different types. There's the one without that round bit on, and there's one with it, obviously. And I went for that one just because it's a bit more interesting. And these are actually part of the architecture set for Tokyo 21051. But as I say, I thought these looked like solar panels. So I actually came prepared with a little sort of setup that I thought could utilize them. And it may not be perfect yet, but I thought it'd be something along the lines of that, sort of on a rooftop. Or maybe I need to have them sort of up at an angle like that. I don't know. But anyway, I think that looks rather fun. So I'm going to have that on another flat roof. So we've got a lot of action on flat roofs so far. Now this is a fantastic piece. Check that out. A cocktail menu. 3 for some sort of, what looks like a, I don't know, lemon martini. 4 for something that looks like a tequila sunrise. And 5 for something served in a coconut. Fantastic. Now that's from set 41397, Juice Truck, which is a friend's set. But I just thought that that would be a fantastic menu piece to have in one of the bars in Brick Nottingham. So there we go. What else we got? Oh, here's another really interesting piece. So this is a scooter. Now it doesn't look much like a scooter, but again, I came armed with the bits that I didn't need to buy. So these are from my collection. I needed a robot arm piece and a set of handlebars from the front, and then two of these sort of wheels, but they're kind of wheels from the middle of usual scooter wheels. And this is a push scooter that looks like that in this sort of teal colour, turquoise. And that's from set 41344, Andrea's Accessories store. And it's the only set they've actually used this in so far. So I'm really looking forward to using that. It's rather fantastic. So there we go. You would have thought they'd get more colours and get that going more widely. Now, the thing that I was most looking forward to, if I'm completely honest, as a dog person, was the two bulldogs. Wow. Oh, aren't they awesome? We've had French bulldogs before, which are the sort of smaller type, but these are normal bulldogs. And we've got a white one and a red one, which is what they're called when they're this colour, this sort of brown colour in bulldog terms. And the red one, or brown one as you might prefer to call it, has got a blue collar, and we've got a red one over here, and then we've got one with teeth and one without, and I think they look absolutely fantastic. Now, the white one came with the police station set 60246, and that's definitely a set that I'm not going to be buying, but the other one comes with the tuning workshop, which is set 60258, and that is a set that I may purchase. I haven't quite decided yet because it's got quite a few interesting minifigures in it. I really like that caravan for the used car salesman and the used car on its sort of plinth and so on. But I don't really like any of the vehicles, and there's three of them, and my roads are already going to be really over busy as they are in Brick Nottingham. So I'm not sure. It depends on the price on that one. I'm not desperate to get it. But if I do, then I'll just have to have two fantastic red bulldogs, which I wouldn't object to at all. They'll have to go somewhere really special. Right, another thing leaping out, some coral pieces, this time in this new coral pink, which is a very nice colour. And these come from set 43176, Ariel's Storybook Adventures. And I've already got the other colour for this piece, which is sort of a teal turquoise colour, but I'll be able to use these as well when I get round to my underwater scene, which will not be anytime soon. Oh, there's an axle piece. I think that was for using on this, so I'll put that in there for now. Right, and then in no particular order, we've got loads and loads of minifigure pieces. So here's kind of racer top with Extreme written on the front and back. And that's from one of the new city sets. I think that's from the Raceboat Transporter one. What else have we got? I've got quite a few criminal pieces. So this is a criminal or a crook with a nice red jacket on, nice studded belt, and this wonderful picture on the back of a sort of old-fashioned bomb blowing up. And the character that this is supposed to be is Daisy Kaboom. So we'll see if we can piece her together later. And then I've got another piece here, which is kind of like a jacket. Almost looks like a smoking jacket, doesn't it? Again, on the criminal's stripy top that they never take off when they leave prison. Here's a third one. This one, he's got a stripy prison tie and a kind of red shirt with the stripes, and underneath this lovely dark red jacket. And that character's Vito. He's from the Police Highway Arrest set, 60242. There's another criminal torso. This time with a red sort of biker jacket on. And I'm going to use a lot of these criminal characters in my fairground. So it's going to kind of be a criminal run fairground for the underworld. And I don't want to use criminals that are still wearing the full convict outfit because that'll look a bit odd. But if they're wearing sort of remnants of it with other clothes on top, then I'm all for that. And then here's another one. I think this was another named character. Big Betty. This was from the Police Monster Truck Heist set, 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2, 4, 5. 60245. 2 And then we've got this wonderful hair piece with this sort of flick down in front of the face with this orange sort of dip-dyed bit. That's really nice. I think that came with the Daisy Kaboom. What else have we got on the criminals? No, I think that might be it. No. Oh, there's one more. So this torso is another named character. He's still got the stripes on, and he's called Snake Rattler. And he's from the police helicopter chase set, 60243. And the best part of him is, look at that back print there, with a $sign made out of a snake. Hence his name, Snake Rattler, I guess. So he's a criminal extraordinaire, and he's got this big black hat as well. Sort of a cowboy type kind of a guy. Then what else have we got torso-wise? We got a lot from the racing sets. So the Porsche 911 Turbo driver. So it'd just be for normal people around my city wearing a t-shirt with a Porsche logo on and a nice sort of brown leather jacket, I guess. And then we've got a Ferrari one from the Ferrari F8 set. He's got sort of a zip dark red top with a Ferrari t-shirt underneath. So they're very good. I'm sure I've got at least one more. Oh yeah, there we are. This one from the Dodge Challenger. So it's got this sort of devil print on the front. Oh, and on the back, saying Demon. Because I think it was a Dodge Challenger Demon or something like that. I don't know. There we go. So there's 3 of those. And then from the other city sets, got this torso in lime green with purple arms. I may add normal hands rather than these white gloves. But that's from the monster truck, 60251. And for that I came armed with some lime legs to make that a proper body. What else have we got? Got this guy, who's in a few sets, including the Apocalypseburg one and the Monster Burger truck, 31104. And he came with a moustache, which I think I bought as well, just so I could replicate that character. But I can't see the moustache at the moment. This is a really interesting torso. It's got sort of party balloons on and party hats. And it's part of the birthday sets, 40382. It's a rather loud shirt, but a rather fancy one. I do like that a lot. And also available from that set is this head, which is also unique to that set, which has got these sort of wacky star-shaped glasses on and a big smile. No second print on that one. But yeah, he's definitely the startings of a child's entertainer or something like that. Another thing that was quite interesting is this. This is a Lego employees torso. So you can see the Lego badge, name badge on the front there, and it says Legoland on the back. And that's actually part of the Legoland set that came out at the beginning of the year. So I don't know where I'm going to use that. Perhaps in my Lego store, I'm not sure, but I've already got a Lego employee in there. But hey ho, it could just be somebody who's not working at that exact moment. Nice Vita Rush 1x2 by 2/3 slope, which was part of the set that the bike came with. And then that's the torso from the Safari Off-Roader 60267, which is a nice dark green with a sort of scarf on. It's sort of got the feeling of one of those old adventurer sets to me, that one. And then this one I really like. So this is from a character called Harumi in the Gamers Market set, 71708. And I just like it because it's in this sort of flamish orange colour, which is somewhere between normal orange and yellow. And it's kind of a zip sort of bodysuit type top. And I thought, along with some regular legs in the same colour, that kind of looked like Uma Thurman's character in Kill Bill. And I thought that was rather fantastic. So, yeah, you can't actually get the legs, or at least you couldn't when I was buying this order for the character. It just has some tiny sort of black lines down the side, but you can get the plain legs in the same colour, so it's not a million miles off, so that's good. More torsos. So there's a few from the Chinese set. So there's the Chinese New Year Temple Fair set, 80105, and then there's the Lion Dance set as well, 80104, and they had quite a few interesting new pieces. So there's this one with this sort of pink quilted jacket, which is a very nice torso, which I wouldn't mind getting more than one of those. That looks really great. Got this kind of shopkeeper torso, which has got Chinese symbols on, which is fine. I can probably use that still. Maybe he could be working at my floating Chinese restaurant or something like that. Other things from that set were this head and hair piece, which is similar to the head and hair piece of Parker in the Hidden Side sets, but this one's got this sand blue beanie hat and this orange hair. That's very nice. Also in the Chinese sets was this scarf that we've had in orange before, but now in red. Another thing was this hair, black hair in bunches. So it's got these two little sort of pigtail bunches on the side, which is nice. And this glass piece, which was a bit of sort of Chinese theatre, shadow puppetry or whatever they call it, I can't remember. But you can see it's a old looking picture with some characters on horses and all the rest of it. And I haven't worked out how I'm going to use that in my city, but I thought it was very interesting indeed. Now here's an interesting piece. So there's a lot of friend sets with cakes in them now. And this is a sort of cake icing or frosting, sort of running down the sides of a cake piece. And there's two different sizes. This is the 2x2 one. And there's also, I think it's 4x4, bigger one. And you can get them as part of the baking competition set, 41393, but also other sets like it. And I didn't really want the big one because I thought it was a bit too big, arguably. But I thought I'd just buy one of the smaller ones. And here's some pieces that I had already. I can make some sort of layered cake for sale somewhere. So that's quite interesting. Quite like that. I think this was part of one of those sets as well, with a baking hat on, but with the blonde hair. So that's very nice. Well, we've had that with the brown hair. Then I've bought lots of 2x3 tiles because they're becoming really useful now for making little signs out of. So I've got quite a few of them in black. Got a few in light bluish grey, which will probably be for my pavements or sidewalks. Some in white and some in red. So I just stocked up on those. Another printed tile I've got was this sheet music, which is very nice indeed. That's part of the Ariel's Storybook Adventures set, 43176, which is the one that the pink coral came from, or the coral-coloured coral. Another one of the storybook sets that had some interesting pieces is the Mulan Storybook Adventures set, which has these 2x2 ornate jumper plates. That's set 43174. It also had a unique hair piece with a kind of a bun on the back. I think it was this one, which has got this sort of male ponytail type hair, which is on the character Li Shang, apparently. So that's quite interesting as well. And I've got some very colourful hair pieces from a friend's set. Got this sort of lavender hair here. And I've got this sort of bright pink hair here in this sort of beehive. And they're both from the Heart Lake City Hair Salon, set 41391. And I guess more and more people nowadays are dyeing their hair interesting colours, so it'd be quite an interesting thing to have people on the street with interesting coloured hair. And talking of interesting coloured hair, there's a green hairpiece for the one that's similar to this with a dip dye, but all in green. I think it was actually used for some lettuce or something like that in one of the sets, which it kind of looks like, but I think I'll be using it as actual hair. So yeah, lots to be getting on with. And then I've also got from the Trolls line some of these little dress pieces. So, ooh, quite hard to pick up. So there's one in this teal turquoise, one in what looks like, what, medium blue is that? And then, or is it sand blue? It's hard to tell when it's this size. I think it's medium blue. And one in yellow. And how that works is it's just one of those pieces you put between the legs and the torso, and it sort of gives the impression of a sort of small skirt. I mean, a very small skirt. I'm not sure if that really works on normal size minifigures because it looks a bit indecent, really, doesn't it? Oh well. It might look a bit better with mini length legs, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is a bit short, isn't it? Well, it was worth a go. Then apart from that, I've got a few of these small propellers just so I can finish off my second drone. I've got a replacement clock face for the one that I stole to put in my modular, so that one can go back in assembly square. And apart from that, I've just got a few little bits that are going to go elsewhere in my city. Now there's quite a few heads that we haven't looked at yet, so I'm just going to make a large column of heads so we can have a look at them all. Now the majority of these are new heads, 2020, but some of them are older heads and I've just bought them because they either go with other parts that I've bought or just because I don't have many of them. I often find that, especially with female heads, you never really get enough, it seems, to do an equal proportion of women in a city. So I usually top up on those as well. So, in no particular order, old guy with grey moustache, gruff guy with sort of ginger beardy bits, very grumpy guy, quite like him, sort of cheerful young looking guy with sideburns, very happy looking lady, pretty regular head actually, that's not particularly amazing. Now this is one of the criminals with the plaster on, called Frankie Lapelli. And he's got a plaster on one side and looked a bit upset, and he's got his mask and he looks really upset on that side. So yeah, there's no pleasing him. Cheerful guy there, singing, so that's good. And then we've got a couple of masked people. So we've got a masked lady, and she's got a bit of a double chin going on. I think she's Big Betty, that we saw the torso earlier. Yep. And there with the gaunt eyes, which I really like. Look at those sunken eyes. That's Vito. We saw the torso of earlier. Yep. And there's Snake Rattler with his eye patch. Only one-sided, that one. Another very tired. Is that the same as the one at the bottom? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, very tired, grey-haired guy. That's one of the new cops, I think. He's got very big eyebrows, so I quite like him. And then we've got a guy with, I think that was from one of the Chinese sets, with glasses. Only one-sided again. And then we've got another lady with a mask, and I think that's the other one, Daisy Kaboom. So, I think I've got all the parts to put some of these criminals entirely together, so I might go ahead and do that. Okay, well there we go. There's all the minifigures put together. Some sensibly, some less sensibly. So I really like Vito over here and Daisy Kaboom. I think those are fantastic criminals to have in my city. Heaven knows there aren't enough bad guys hanging around Brick Nottingham as it is. We've also got this wonderful party dude who looks quite good fun. We've got Snake Rattler, who looks like a dangerous character to know. And I really like Uma Thurman in Lego form. And there's lots of really bright, colourful hair pieces and torsos. But I think the favourites have to be the bulldogs, which will go somewhere fantastic, pride of place. And of course this cocktail menu, very good. Have to think of something fun for that. And things I can use almost straight away are the big air conditioning unit for a flat roof and the solar panel setup for a flat roof. And I do love this green bike. Really special, that one. Great. So all in all, quite a small bricks and pieces haul, but a pretty successful one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be going back to Brick Nottingham for another city update. See you then!